I mean, like, I just want to say, like, maybe a couple of words about the sort of importance of the Burn Supper, about why, not just why Abertay do this, but like why we do this here in Scotland, you know, why it's important that we share our culture with what we're doing today with our international students, and that we do have a significant portion of our audience here who are from overseas, and also, of course, the many home students that we have here too to celebrate what we do. And I think it's important to realise just how prevalent Burns was 250 years ago to 200 years ago, and what he wrote about, and how important that still is today. And that's sort of like really a mark of the man. And just to share with you like a little story, just to how prevalent it is to our everyday lives, and something that happened to me along the way here, just Abertay. You know, I was walking along, you know, and you would have seen before with the toast of the haggis, you know, feeling great, going the extra mile with the feathers and the hat and the cape and everything like that. And I was walking along, you know, by the overgate where we have the H&M just at the crossroads, and walking down. And as I'm walking along, getting nervous about this speech, getting nervous about the toast of the haggis, trying to go through my mind thinking, oh my goodness, what happens if I get it wrong and anything like that. Wouldn't this be terrible? And as I was walking along, I noticed a beggar sitting down outside H&M, looking in a bad way. And I would know what the weather's been like over the past couple of weeks, and I would ask folk to bear in mind the plight of others sort of during this time of year. It was something that Burns wrote about, particularly if you want to check in a poem called The Jolly Beggars, is it Scott?
Absolutely.
The Jolly Beggars. So I was walking along, and I see this poor soul sitting down there in the cold, flea-bitten dog next to him, hair all scraggly. And I think, you know, that's not right. Here I am in a £500 kilt. No, I was going to pay £500 for it. Here I am in a £500 kilt, walking along, worrying about a speech of all things with the haggis and the whiskey and the single malt, and got a member of human society in that sort of way. And I thought, I can't like sort of walk past that and just accept it. You know, it's part of what we do. So dip into the spot and just grab out a little bit of change. And must have chucked in about £2.50 or something into the guy's spun it, chucked in some cash. As soon as I did that, he jumped up and went to me. When I was young, life was so logical. I thought, that's super, tramp. He says, thanks very much, mate. Okay, right. So, there is a message there about Burns anyway. So, okay. So one more thing about Burns is about being thankful. And okay, so I'll refer to another one of Burns' poems. It's Auld Lang Syne. We all know it, or at least we all think we know it. We all like to sort of sing along, even though I'm sure most of us don't know the words. But I'll refer to a couple of lyrics, and it's kind of the reason why what we do is what's unique about the Abertay Burn Supper is that we do a presentation of the old acquaintance. And what's that about? Is that we'd like to recognise somebody who we regard as a friend of Abertay students, but of course, in the true spirit of Burns, we don't have friends, we have old acquaintances, old acquaintances we forgot. And a line in Auld Lang Syne that I do like is, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet. We'll have a drink for the people that we know, for the people that we knew from years ago, and at Abertay we would like to remember who's been important to Abertay students, whether it's over the past year, or over the years, or over the, I think we're talking almost 20 years of how long Abertay University's been about, and the 120 or so years that we have being here in Bell Street, doing what we do for the people of Dundee and of course beyond. So yes, so the presentation of the old acquaintance. As we mentioned before, this is our 4th year of doing the Burn Supper, and I've been here with Bill doing the Burn Supper together. I did a reading back when I was in 2009 we did the first Burn Supper. 2009 we did the first Burn Supper, and I did a reading long before I even thought about sort of becoming president. So if anybody does know some Burns for next year, do volunteer, you can do a reading as well. And you might become president. I'm not saying it's a direct correlation between knowing Burns and getting elected, but there we go. So yeah, so I do remember the first time that Bill asked me to come up and do a reading for the first Burn Supper. And I did ask him, should I do something funny? And he says, no, just be yourself. So anyway, so for the presentation of the old acquaintance, we're going to give this. It is a quaich. It is an old Scottish drinking vessel, and it's called the Cup of Friendship. And the story behind the quaich is that, you know, back in the good old days of Braveheart and Robert the Bruce and Mel Gibson, whenever whenever chiefs of different clans used to go to different, well, to other clans, different glens, different towers, different cities, upon their welcome, the host would hand over to the visitor a quaich which would have some whiskey, and they'd hand it over to the visitor who would take a sip, and that'd be the cup of friendship. That'd be a show of being welcome to the host's dwelling. And so, being the cup of friendship, we would like to present this as to our old acquaintance of Abertay for 2013, and it is another man who has been at the Burn Supper for 4 years. We would like to thank him for his contribution to the Abertay Burn Supper for 4 years, but we'd also like to thank him for his contribution to Abertay students over the many years that it's been here at Abertay. It's well remarked. We do have the student-led teaching awards at Abertay, but we're one of the first to have that. And what's remarkable is that for every year, he's just been pipped to an award every year. But some of the testimonials that we've had for this person has been quite astounding, and it is quite, we do have to take a look at ourselves and why he hasn't had an award so far, because he has been one of the best academics that we've had in terms of being able to relate to students and what he's done for students over the years. And it is remarkable talking to people in his school how many hold him in such a high regard as being somebody that's able to talk to him as a true partner of these students in their education. And I'd like to ask him to accept the Old Acquaintance Quaich for 2013 and perhaps say a few words to Dr. Ken McAlpin.
Well, being unaccustomed as I am to making speeches, it's not often that I'll say this, but I really am speechless. Thank you. Thanks. That's it.